It was critically acclaimed show, like they loved it, but fans didn't love it. A little bit of gold rush, a little bit of romance, but there was pretty interesting drama going on behind the stage. Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to talk about TV shows that were cancelled before their time, or maybe it was their time to be cancelled. I've made a little bit of research around the internet, and there are a lot of lists of cancelled TV shows that were not supposed to be cancelled, or it wasn't fair, or they were too good to be cancelled, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And to be honest, I haven't watched and haven't heard about lots of them. They all were cancelled around the period of time when I didn't have much of going on in my life, so I watched a lot of TV shows then. But there are also a couple of shows that I really loved and that were cancelled, and they were not in either of those lists. Today we're going to talk about 6 shows that were cancelled. Some of them are pretty fresh, only a couple of years old, but some are old school, but that doesn't mean that they're bad. So let's go find out what are these shows, and maybe you're gonna watch them. This will be a hell to make a post-production. Okay, let's start with the old school stuff. Maybe you will then watch till the end to find out what are the newest stuff. The first show I'm gonna talk about is actually in a lot of those lists of cancelled shows, and this one is kind of old school. It was aired in 2008. It is Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles. Events in the show are happening after the events in Terminator 2. We have Sarah Connor and John Connor, and we have a new Terminator, and they are trying to sell themselves and the world. But there was pretty interesting drama going on behind the stage. Let's try at least to figure out. Long story short, this TV show was planned mostly to promote the upcoming Terminator Salvation movie. Season first had 9 episodes. They were pretty successful, but then writer's strike hit it, so they planned 13 episodes for season 2. Then Warner Brothers wanted 9 more episodes so that they can prolong their promotion campaign for the Terminator movie, and Fox greenlighted it. And though ratings for the show were pretty good, Warner Brothers have already released Terminator Salvation in cinema. The show was pretty okay, pretty good, but too many people interested in other than TV show stuff were involved, and so life happened and show was cancelled. The next TV show in today's list is also old school. It is Jericho, that was released in 2006. It had full season 1 with 22 episodes, which is a bit crazy today. It's rare to have TV show with 20-something episodes in one season. The story is about small town Jericho. The main character is this guy. He is coming back home, and he had some complicated mystery story why he left and what happened with him while he was gone. And then they see this nuclear explosion, like a mushroom thing. Their life changes, of course. They have no connection with the outside world, and they are trying to figure out what to do next. Small town dramas going on. They're running out of food. They also have troubles with local gang, and they have troubles with neighboring town, and they try to figure out what's going on in the world and what's going on with their country and blah blah blah. Actually, it's pretty interesting, and despite of the explosion and all this stuff, it's a little bit, please don't get me wrong, but it's kind of cozy because they are in this small town and they have their traditions. It's kind of Gilmore Girls meet some post-apocalyptic nuclear war world, but without zombies. So going back to why it was cancelled, actually first season wasn't that bad. It had low ratings and it was supposed to be cancelled, but there were fans who actually started to making the noise like, hey, don't cancel our favorite show, you know how it's going. And so they released 7 episodes for the season 2, and those were bad. You feel that even technically it was like, I don't know, some really cheap production. They finished the story, but of course they could do better, so it got cancelled. But the first season is pretty okay. One day this will be a break for some company that is sponsoring the video, but right now it's just a break for reminding you to please press the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's go back to the shows. We have another old school show, which is Veronica Mars, starring Kristen Bell. It was a long time before she wanted to build a snowman. It's kind of a high school drama, but it revolves around this girl, Veronica Mars, whose dad is the private detective, and she's kind of like a private detective as well on her level, but it's not exactly Nancy Drew style. They had pretty tough stuff going on there. She has really cool sense of humor, which I loved a lot. Of course, there are a lot of romance and some drama, and also it's a detective. She's like revealing some secrets and investigating cases. It was cancelled apparently because of the low ratings, but the fun story here is years later. So originally it was aired 2004 to 2007, so it has 3 seasons. But years later, team behind the show got together and they made a campaign on Kickstarter and asked fans to fundraise the full-length movie Veronica Mars, and they succeed. And they filmed the movie in 2014, so like 10 years later. Honestly, I didn't like the movie, but maybe I need to rewatch it because like I watched it, 10 years ago? So, as I promised, we're moving closer to the modern days, and the next show on our list today is Agent Carter. It has 2 seasons and it was aired in 2015-2016. The interesting story behind this show is that it's not exactly like a mass market drama. It was good from critics' point of view. Like, it was critically acclaimed show, like they loved it, but fans didn't love it. But if you're a fan of good production and interesting stories and good actors, and if you're a fan of Marvel, then you definitely should watch this one if you haven't already. We're getting closer and closer to nowadays. So this show was aired on 2019. It had only 1 season with 10 episodes, and it's still a mystery to me why they canceled it. It is this show, Daybreak. Honestly, I don't know why they canceled it, because it was interesting, it was funny, kind of edgy, and the show ended on pretty interesting and intriguing, like the season 1 ended on pretty interesting and intriguing spot. I have no idea, honestly. It had no official statement from Netflix, but the rumors had it that it had like low ratings, of course, which is a mystery to me because, like, I don't know, it was pretty good. And the last one show, which would be like a bonus show for today. I was pretty upset when I found out that there will be no season 2. And it was a mystery to me why it got cancelled until I found out that it wasn't. It was originally planned for only 1 season, so if you have some time, I suggest you to watch Florida Man. Ex-cop, mobsters, Florida atmosphere, a little bit of gold rush, a little bit of romance. It's funny. I mean, just check it out. Let me know in the comments if you've seen some of them. What do you think about it? Maybe you have your favorite shows that got cancelled. Really interesting. So let me know in the comments. That's pretty much it for today. Don't forget to subscribe. Go check my other videos and see you in the next one. Bye.